It's about to get wilder because on this episode I welcome a fellow Wilder, Cloe Wilder to be exact. Cloe Wilder is a very talented singer-songwriter with powerful and melodic singles including I Don't Wanna, Crying When I Shouldn't, You and Lonely, and It's True, which is the first single off of her debut EP, which releases sometime in the first quarter of 2021. I had a really amazing chat with Cloe. Really excited for you to hear it. Before we get going, I do want to direct your attention to the Patreon because I revamped the whole thing. I updated it. I made it nice and shiny and sparkly. It looks amazing. There are brand new contribution tiers on there. Boy, oh boy, it looks fantastic. So please drop by the Patreon and choose a tier. Just throw a few bucks at the show. It really helps me out to be able to continue to bring you all these great guests and some really unique content and behind the scenes stuff, and you'll get special access to the hijinks that go on during my Zoom interviews and maybe some cool photos. I'm even thinking about offering some signed things. I'm not sure. Let me know what you'd like to see and what you want. Send me a message. Let me know. That link is patreon.com/faux real. That's patreon.com/FAUXREAL. All right. Without further ado, let's get right to it. Enjoy my conversation with Cloe Wilder.
Thanks, I'm in my closet right now. I did an interview the other day and I was in my room and she said it was too dark. So the other day I had like a candle lit. I thought it was gonna be all moody, and then she was like, "This looks weird," and I was like, "Okay,
it's fine."
Okay, good.
This really, I was posting all of the full like recorded videos. Nobody ever watches them, so mostly I just use the footage for Instagram posts and stuff. That's really where it's at anyway. You know that.
Yeah, totally. Instagram is where it's at, unfortunately.
I finally had to just give up and be on there. I mean, I've been on there for a while now, but it was my last resort. That's not true. Snapchat is my last resort. I don't deal with the Snapchat. It's too much.
I put my Snapchat on my Instagram once, and I got like so many people added me, and I thought it was gonna be fun to like talk to fans, but it got weird really quick.
What kind of weird?
Well, people were like messaging me like really personal stuff, and I was just like, I can't. This isn't my responsibility. So eventually, I just had to like start over and remove that, which was kind of annoying. So I decided not to put my Snapchat.
Chloe, I forgot how to do eyeliner. Help! I can't do it.
Literally, it was like a lot of like my boyfriend just broke up with me. Like, what do I do? And I was like, I'm really the wrong person to ask. Like, I don't know. It was so awkward.
You just gotta grab the clipboard and a pen and just
totally. I was playing therapist for everyone.
I mean, if you're not already making enough revenue off of your Instagram, that might be some extra income, right? Just jump right into it.
Yeah, totally. I'm glad you feel the same way.
You have to do that sometimes. So much of social media ends up becoming a therapist couch. It really does.
Totally. It's crazy. I get so many DMs like that. And like, I have my platform is very like open, like message me whenever, but I get some messages and I'm like, wow. I mean,
it's a little darker than you can handle.
Yes, but whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Chloe, you and I actually met very briefly at your premiere for I Don't Wanna, your I Don't Wanna music video, because you had a big shindig at World of Fruit in West Hollywood, and I happened to be working there at the time, so I got to
really?
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
you, I met you and Bryce, and, you know, everybody was there. That was a cool party. Did you
That was
did you
really
have fun
cool.
there? It was a pretty neat place while
Oh
I was
yeah,
there.
it was so cool. I love those little pop-up museums. It was so much fun. The pictures came out great from that venue. I loved it.
Oh, good.
Well, it's good to virtually meet you again. Not here.
Right back at you. Right back at you. So, at 14 years old, you're already killing it as a pretty powerful indie musician, singer, songwriter. You've done a lot of great covers, a lot of great singles already. You just debuted your first single off of what will be your premiere EP, which is coming out next year on January 21st. Is that correct?
It's January of 2021, so not like an exact date yet, but
Got
honestly,
it.
I mixed it up a couple times too. I've gotten a couple emails, and I was like, "Is that our exact date?" And everybody was like, "No."
No one knows. Okay.
Nobody knows yet.
That's really great though. And you've done some really amazing covers of Louis Capaldi, Lana Del Rey, and you even did a Christmas classic, "I'll Be Home for Christmas." That's pretty
I
awesome.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So you've already been doing this for a few years, right?
Yeah, it's been like I think like 2.5 years now. Yeah, it's been a minute. I started when I was like 12, so it's been a while.
Unbelievable. Was that something that you came upon yourself to do music to?
Honestly, not really. Like, I'd always loved music. I'd always been obsessed with music, but I'd never really taken it seriously. And then there happened to be a recording studio, like a half hour away from me that I'd never heard of. And so I went and recorded there, and I recorded a few covers. I did like some Lana Del Rey. I did a Blue Velvet cover. And it got passed around to a bunch of producers, and I honestly don't know how it happened. It was like on a CD, and they just like got sent around. And this producer that lived in the Cayman Islands really liked it, and he called me and brought me down to the Cayman Islands, and I was there for like a few weeks, and I did a writing trip, and that's how I met like my current team. It's pretty interesting
I'm
story.
aghast. That's unbelievable. It's completely unheard of. Like, that's.
I know.
Wow.
Strange. I remember I was in Atlanta at the time, and we got a phone call, and it was just him. It was really, I was like, how does he even have her number? It was so crazy. Like, the whole way it went down was very, very strange. But I'm really glad it happened.
It
because
sounds a
now I
little
met
creepy,
so
to be honest, but I'm so glad it didn't like skew that way because,
You
like,
know,
told
it
in
actually wasn't.
told with some creepy music in the background, I'd be a little.
No, I totally understand. I thought it was kind of weird at first too, and you meet so many people and you end up not working with a lot of them, and that just happens. But through this writing trip, I met like a lot of great people that I still work with to this day. So it was very beneficial for me.
That's cool. And you were in the islands, right? So did you have some?
Yeah.
Did you have some island fun? Did you go like boating, go out on the water?
We did. I think the first time we were there, it was horrible weather, so we didn't really do a lot. But then I went back a second time, and we had a few beach days. It was really fun. My mom always makes a vacation out of everything, so she was with me. Obviously, I was 12, so
Sure.
yeah, we had some fun. It was a good time. It was a really cool place to write. I would love to go back.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it was great.
I love the beach. I like hanging out on the beach, not so much actually going into the water because
I understand that. Yeah, I'm a Floridian, and so like I think I'm just kind of used to it now. But I don't know. I don't go to the beach as often as I should because we have such great beaches here. But I really don't go that much.
That's right. You're in Clearwater, right?
Yeah, I'm in Clearwater right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have a problem getting attacked by mosquitoes? Is that
Yes.
is that an
I'm
issue?
actually like I have a bunch of mosquito bites right now. It's rough. It's bad here. And my sister is here too, and she doesn't get bit by mosquitoes. And I don't know if it's like a DNA thing, but I am constantly being attacked by mosquitoes.
Scientists are still trying to figure it out, and
Honestly,
it sounds like I'm like you. I have the tastiest skin. I mean, all the little critters just love to nibble on me, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah, it sucks.
Like I've been taking my little walk, over the past few months. I'm as careful as possible, and I'm wearing my mask and all that. But I have to go get, my exercise, and I take this little path, and usually, I'll get my coffee, and then obviously I can't drink it inside. So I go around the corner to this little cubbyhole. It's so ridiculous. But, on the other side of the shopping center, and there's this little, like, the drainage hole from the building is there, and the mosquitoes just, it's just a breeding ground. I don't know. I don't know why they're there. I guess it's just because it's moist, and they always, every time I come home, I guess I'm going to have to find a new cubby hole because my legs are full of bites.
Yeah, that's not good. And the mosquito bites, you just like, they're like so consuming. That's all I can think about when I have them. I hate them so much. But yeah, we're just delicious. We can't help it.
I mean,
We are.
if you're going to be cursed with something, I guess, it's all right.
You're right.
There's so much to talk about with you, and you have such a wonderful selection of music. I've just, I've been watching your videos and listening to your music, and I'm sure this is such a broken record from the interviews that you do, but you being so young and speaking so powerfully on these things that even us olds are still have trouble verbalizing, it's really incredible. And your music is so, it really takes you on a journey. Like Crying When I Shouldn't gave me the feels. Like, it gave me all the feels. Who is playing piano for you on that song?
That is Eric Scullin. He produced the whole track. He's like a musical genius. This guy can play literally every instrument. It's crazy. That song came together really fast with him too. Like, that was a very quick song to make. But yeah, he's insane. He's so talented.
I listened to it 3 times in a row because I was so your vocals are so wonderfully melodic and sort of equally joyous and make me sad at the same time.
I'm glad that's the effect it made.
And Eric's piano playing is just gorgeous on that, on that track. I really enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
Do you play instruments as well?
I play the piano myself.
Okay.
I didn't play it on that track. I'm like not that good, but yeah, I've been playing the piano since I was like 4 because we've always had one in my house. So I started taking lessons around then, and I really like the piano. I think it's important to know at least one instrument. I'm trying to learn to play the guitar, but it's just not coming as easily as the piano. But I'm still working on it. We're getting there. But
nice.
Yeah, the piano's my main one.
What kind of piano do you play on? Not that I know anything about pianos, but I'm always intrigued by the
beautiful baby grand piano at my home here, and then I just play like the keyboard when I'm anywhere else. I bring my keyboard with me, but yeah, I love my piano that I have here. I'm kind of spoiled with it, and when I have to play live with a keyboard, it's just not the same.
Your music is so eclectic, and it really covers a lot of different genres, different feels, and you've drawn a lot of inspiration from Charlotte Lawrence, Sasha Sloan, Lennon Stella. I actually had Lennon's musical producer on the show previously. I've been trying to get Lennon. It hasn't happened yet. I'm going to keep working on it. But her music producer, Jenna Andrews, was a guest on my show before.
I met Jenna once at a Grammy party, and she's very sweet. Yeah.
She is. Cool. She's chill. She's one of the chillest people I've ever encountered,
Totally. Yeah, Lennon was at that party too. I didn't talk to her. I wish I would have, because she performed and she was like amazing, like so good. Her voice is just insane. And she was so good at that Grammy party. I wish I would have had a little conversation, but it just didn't work.
It's gonna happen.
I'm not good at that. Like, I've been in LA a lot lately, and I still like can't work up the nerves sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, wow, you are just so talented. I don't think I can talk to you.
You just got to go for it. It's one of those things.
I'm trying to get better at it.
I did that with Weird Al, my musical hero, and I was afraid to talk to him, and I went for it. Now I've met him like, I don't know, 8 times since the
Yeah.
90s. So yeah,
Well, that's
he's
awesome. Me and my family met Weird Al at a dinner once. We were at the Ivy in LA, and he was there. And it was like, it was a very, yeah, some very interesting experiences. The people you meet in LA, it's insane. My biggest one so far, I met Zac Efron at a restaurant.
how was that?
Oh, it was amazing. It was my birthday, too, like my
Yay!
actual birthday dinner. And he was there at the restaurant, and like a friend of a friend was with him, and so we were like, oh, well, we know the person's with him, so yeah, it was
Might as well go for it.
like, so we went up to him, and he like already knew my name too, so he was like, hi, Chloe, and I was like,
What?
yeah, it was, I didn't even have to introduce myself. It was awesome. It was great. And
Oh,
he like
wow.
hugged me, both arms. I was like, oh my god,
Both arms? Oh my God, wow.
both arms. It was beautiful. It was a great night.
If you're gonna meet a hero, that's the way you want it to happen, right? On your birthday, even.
It was, and I like looked nice. Like, it was just the best. Like, I was totally like, it was just the best possible way it could have happened.
So you've already worked with some pretty cool artists, and you, as mentioned, you have a lot of really great artists that you've drawn from. Who is an artist that you would love to work with? Like, who is your dream duet collaborator?
Well, I love Lana Del Rey. I'm like absolutely obsessed with Lana Del Rey. I would love to work with her at some point in time. That's a very, very far stretch, but I just love her. I love Phineas. I love Sasha Sloan. Like, those are just, there's so many, but those are just a few that I would like really love to work with. And then like producer, like I would love to work with Jack Antonoff. Like, there's so many people that I could list.
There's so much great music out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so much.
I'm still gonna work with Weird Al. It's coming. It's happening.
I can feel
Every single interview I do, I manifest it. Just
Oh my gosh, that's how I am with Lana Del Rey. In every single interview, I mention her name, just in hopes.
I mean, it could happen. You met Zac Efron randomly. It's who knows.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you never know.
I thought it was great too. In as I was watching the video for "I Don't Wanna," that your opening lyrics in that song really spelled out our year. Can't really get out, at least not now.
Yeah, I really predicted that. I didn't see this one coming. You know, there's a lot of things I feel like we can see coming, but 2020, we weren't expecting this at all.
It's
But
been one hell of a ride, I gotta tell you.
I knew it was up. So.
You know what? I was actually working at a different pop-up at the beginning of the year, which was a dumpling-themed pop-up. It was called Dumpling and Associates. Still don't love the name, but it was, obviously it was Chinese themed, and it had, the cool Chinese characters on the wall, and a giant sparkly dumpling that you could go inside and like take pictures, the whole thing. And the guy that ran it was going back and forth to China at the time because whatever kind of visa he had would only allow him to be in the United States for 2 weeks at a time. So he actually got COVID while he was there and was put under strict quarantine. And then we actually didn't end up seeing him for almost 6 weeks. And the one of my coworkers ended up managing the place until we closed because it was so strange. And we had a school group that was supposed to come through one day too, and they were all from China, and then it ended up not happening. We set up for it, got a bunch of supplies, and then it's been so weird. It's what a strange
Oh my gosh. It's crazy, and I just feel like the whole thing was so misleading. Like, at the very beginning, wasn't it only, we are. I just wish they wouldn't have. I wish that nobody would have said, like, oh, only 2 weeks. Because
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
Wasn't that great when it was 2 more weeks and we'll be
honestly.
past.
And, like, I'm lucky that I can still work and, like do what I need to do. Like I have a house in LA, so I can still go there, and I'm only
good.
I'm only working with like 2 people right now, so I can definitely make it work. It's just it's so eerie. It's really strange, and LA is like pretty like it's very quiet right now. It's like all shut down. Really, nothing's open. So yeah, it's like very eerie. I don't like it.
Yeah, along with everyone else, I'm ready to get past it.
Yeah,
Just
totally.
I just want to sit inside places.
I know.
I enjoy sitting inside places. I mean, it's great sitting here inside my room, but it's a universe out there I would like to explore.
It's not good for humans to be in like the same space for so long, and like I know it's what's best right now, but it's still not good. So it's really it sucks. It's really sad that this is what it's like.
Obviously, you're always working on your music and your artistry. What other hobbies and things have you gotten up to the last few months?
I don't have a lot of hobbies, I'm going to be honest with you. But over quarantine, I started baking. I really like baking.
Nice.
Yeah, I love writing just in general. I really like creative writing. I really like reading. I like all that. Yeah, I really like all of it. I'm trying to, just get more on top of the piano because I love the piano. Tried the guitar, like I said before, it's not really working out, and I'm trying to get into producing, so I'm like trying to figure that out. It's like very new, but that's a new hobby I've been taking up, so hopefully I can make that into something.
What have you been baking?
I made a lot of lemon bars.
Ooh, I love lemon bars.
I love lemon bars too. Brownies. I just did a lot of random stuff. I was baking a lot of cakes at first, but the problem was I was baking cakes like at the same time. So I bake one cake and then I bake another, and so we had like 3 cakes out at the same time. And then my mom told me I had to stop because baking means eating, and we were eating a lot.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, totally. And my mom's a baker too, so we always had something baked during like the first few months of quarantine. But yeah, it was good.
That's one of my favorite things of living with roommates is they're always baking something. Especially in the mornings, they make things with bacon, and there's nothing I love more than the smell of bacon. I'm like, one of those cartoon characters just floating through the through the air as I open my bedroom door. Oh, what are they making today? It's so good. I've never been much of a baker. I do like to cook. I like to put random things together, random spices, I don't know. It's always such a thing to get all of the supplies. I'm always missing something,
And baking's very exact, so you can't do like the extra spices and maybe this will taste good. And that's honestly why I'm not a good cook, because I have to have a very exact recipe, and I can't add little things in. It just doesn't taste good. It's never been good. Except I made a lasagna over quarantine, and that was pretty good, I will admit, but I had a little bit of help from my mother. But I did most of it, so that was pretty good.
Lasagnas are not easy.
Yeah, there's so many layers. So I gave that a shot, and that was pretty good. I will pat myself on the back for that one. I didn't do a bad job.
Anything with a lot of cheese is...
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
I have to watch myself because I'll eat entire blocks of cheese. I'll just you know what I mean? Just...
I know. It's rough.
I have a Pizza Hut all too close to my apartment, and they know me by name. I call and they're like, "Oh, hi, it's you again."
Yeah, that happens.
Yep, I'll take the usual. Okay.
And that's okay. That's okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. No,
not at all.
There's
nothing wrong with that. It could be much worse than Pizza Hut. It could be much worse.
What's your favorite thing to snack on?
I really like chocolate. I just love chocolate.
All chocolate.
Anything chocolate, I really enjoy. So that's the main one. Yeah.
Are you a milk chocolate kind of person or a dark chocolate?
I kind of like both. I really like both. I really like ice cream. So it doesn't really matter to me. I just really.
What's your all-time favorite ice cream?
Okay, more recently mochi, and the brand I like is My Mochi. So chocolate My Mochi.
Oh wow, that
I know,
sounds.
I really hit you with that one. Were you expecting that?
I gotta go find some as soon as we're done here. That sounds incredible.
It's actually really good. It has like little chocolate chips inside of it. It's so good. And they're like, it's big. They're this big, so they don't make me feel bad about myself.
I'm from the Midwest, so I miss Dairy Queen. There's
Oh
only.
yeah, that's where most of my family's from, and they're from Illinois. And
I'm from Illinois too.
Where? Where in Illinois?
Southern Illinois. Nobody knows my town, but close to Carbondale, where SIU Carbondale.
My family's from Decatur.
Okay.
And, so yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm from there, and I've only been once, but I don't really remember much about it. But yeah, that's where we're from. That's so funny.
It's.
And you're a Wilder too. This is kind of.
That's right. That's right. We've got the Wilder clan in here.
Yeah, this is kind of strange. I think we might be related because Illinois Wilder.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
There are crazier things.
There are. You're right. I wouldn't be surprised. With 2020 and all, I really wouldn't be shocked.
Are there any places that you'd really like to travel to that you haven't been?
I would really like to go to like northern Italy. Because after I watched Call Me by Your Name. Like,
oh sure.
You know, and like the most beautiful movie, and I was like, oh, I just want to go there. And I've been to Italy before, but we were on a cruise, and so it was just like one day. But yeah, I would love to go there. I would love to do just like a big long writing trip in Italy. I'm pretty sure that's where Harry Styles is writing right now, and I would just love to do that.
Probably.
I mean, with Harry Styles, preferably. I don't think that part's gonna happen, but yeah, I would just love to go there. That'd be really cool. And a place that I want to go back to, I went to London, but only for like a week, I think. And I would really like to go back there, just because.
I was in both places years and years ago. Italy is amazingly, it's so picturesque and romantic and just, you know, the fountains and the artwork and the motorbikes.
It seems just like so ethereal and so different. I would just love to go. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot for sure.
And the food, of course.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that would be really fun.
I know that your debut EP is coming out in January, and I know that It's True is going to be on there. What are the other singles that's going to be on the EP, or do you know how that's coming together yet?
So my next, Call Me If You Need Me, is what the next single is called. And then the third one, we're still thinking about it. I think I have to keep that one a secret, but I'm really excited about it.
Okay.
It's really fun. But yeah, so I've got 2 more singles coming out before, and I can't wait. I'm so excited about this EP. It's 8 songs, so it's a lot going on, but I think it's gonna be really fun.
That's so amazing. You know, I'm always inspired by singer-songwriters like you who do everything and do it so well and make such a, you know, have such a powerful influence. Your music is great.
Thank you so much.
I was trying to be eloquent and failed completely, but
you know what? I think you did a really good job, and the whole my music being great is really all I want to hear from anyone. So that was perfect. Thank you so much. That means the world.
Yeah, you're learning guitar, you know piano. Are there any other instruments or things of that nature that you would like to pick up?
I would love to learn how to play the violin and the harp, but those are ones that are probably going to come in my later years because one, just like harps are huge, and I just don't think I'd go and get one. But when I'm like living on my own, I totally think I'll just like buy a bunch of instruments. That's like really, I just want to have a room like dedicated to that. So I would totally buy a big harp. That would be great. But yeah, I really just want to learn a bunch of like those classic string instruments. I think that'd be so cool.
I'm always fascinated by harp players. That's one of those instruments that's like so angelic and
it's like so ethereal, and I feel like anybody who plays harp is just like automatically really intelligent. Like when you watch people play harp, like I just like think they're all really smart, and I don't know if that's true, but they just all look really smart.
Well, you have to be you have to have a pretty high level of intelligence, I think, to play an instrument like that. Not to mention some strength. I know it sits on the ground, but you've still got to move that thing around.
Yeah, totally.
It's got to be like a huge case that those things go in, you know?
You have to keep your arms up. Like for the piano, at least I can
Yeah, you can sit. It's a sitting instrument.
Yeah, but the harp, that's crazy. Crazy. I would love to learn it. I'll let you know if I do.
Another random adventure that I had in my life. I won't bore you with the whole story because it'll take another 3 hours. But
I love these stories.
I was kind of homeless at the time, and I was performing in the Los Angeles Haunted Hayride, and I met one of my fellow castmates said, "Why don't you come stay with us?" And so the house, as it were, ended up being this mansion that wasn't just any mansion. It was kind of a famous mansion and a very haunted mansion. The whole estate, I guess, used to be where this jockey lived and all of his, servants and things. This huge estate and creepy as hell. And they had this, large room, this entertainment room, and they had a harp in there. And so, I never learned how to use it, but
did you try?
I played with it for sure, Dring, dring.
Yeah, totally. Wow, that's so cool. I've never touched one before. I've tried a violin, and my mom says that I made it sound like music, but to me, a musician, it didn't sound like music. So, but I tried. But yeah, I've never been in the presence of a harp. I'm jealous. I need to be.
I have no doubt that it will happen sooner or later.
Yeah, it totally will. I'll keep you posted. The harp, the
Thank
violin,
you.
the guitar. Yeah.
Come back after you've learned the harp, and then you can let me know the rest of the singles on the EP, you see.
Totally. I'm so excited. Yeah.
I really appreciate you joining me on the show.
So much for having me. This was awesome.
And good seeing you again.
You too. You too.
And, I'm so excited for your, all the things that you're working on and all the incredible career that you're going to continue to have. I'll be rooting for you when you win your first Grammy.
Stop. Go on.
So I know you have your official website where people can find all of your various things. Where can people find you on social media?
I'm Cloe Wilder everywhere. Chloe with no H, though. So you gotta get that. And then you can find me.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your week, and
you too. Stay safe.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Take care. Remember, you can follow me, as always, across all the places at Devlin Wilder. That's DEVLINWILDER. And Faux Real at Faux Real Pod. That's FAUXREALPOD. That's it for this one. See you on the next one.